Hello. Welcome to the Nerve FM radio station. If you would like to listen to Afternoon Delight, say yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Yes.
Did you say prune salad?
No.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. You will now be forwarded to Afternoon Delight.
No.
Enjoy.
This is Bournemouth Student Radio. Nerve.
This is Afternoon Delight. The quality declines now.
Hello!
Hello! I'm Simon Schneider.
I'm Tim Vivian Shaw.
I'm Zach Dale Clutterbuck.
And I'm Joanna Polton.
I've got a real big hole in my pocket. It's irksome. Anyway, okay, so the umbrella subject for today's episode, which, if you've not heard before, has nothing to do with the show, is time. Does anyone want to talk about any, because it's on my mind, any peculiar collections we have?
How would you define a collection? What makes a collection?
You seek whatever object it is, and you hoard it. You want more of it.
But what would you class as a hoard?
I want
more than three?
I want more bacon. It just happens to go away every time I collect a load.
I'll
of
be
it.
honest.
No.
I'd like more arms.
Hoarding is different to it going away. You almost exalt it. You don't let it
You
disappear.
don't let it leave.
Yeah.
I have a strange obsession with charity shops and just the fact that something's so cheap but could be of such good quality. I can't stop buying charity shop clothes.
But that's not one thing. That's just. Is that just?
Yeah, that's the thing. How can
what
we
is
define a collection?
You need to define collection.
Is it a singular item? Like what? How
Loads
would you,
of them.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Or
A
it's just
singular
marking
item,
territory.
loads of them, I'd say.
Loads
but
of
what-
one thing.
Yes.
But one thing could be very subjective.
Well, I think
Well,
I've got
say-
one.
yeah,
I've
go.
got one. I, on my telephone, have a lot of pictures of my little brother's face because I think it's quite cute and funny. And whenever I go home, I just try and get as many photos of his face in funny ways that I can.
I'm the same, but with my dog.
Well, thanks.
As Simon
Thanks for that
is.
comparison.
Simon's definitely
For my brother.
That says the same.
I'll make sure to tell him. Joanna Polton thinks you like a dog, bro. Have a nice day.
Simon's obsessed with his dog as well.
Yeah, I take pictures of my dog. But doesn't everyone? Everyone who's got a pet.
No,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
I don't like my dog.
Why don't you like your dog?
Oh, he's just... Well, basically, my mother bought him a month before I was set to leave for uni. He's
As a
little
replacement?
Yeah, he's a little grey shouty dog with a moustache. So he's basically... They've
And he
basically
actually
got
looks
me.
like you then?
Yeah. It's just me, except he doesn't talk as much.
Isn't that almost endearing though? They wanted to replace you because
They wanted to replace
they'll
me,
miss you.
But they managed to do it with very little money and something that's, basically poos in the garden.
That's what you do as well, though. So
Not often.
Are you trying to say your parents would love you more if you pooed in the garden?
I think they might. I tried to bite them more often. I made them pick up my poops.
Humped a stranger's leg occasionally.
Oh, I've got a
Sniff
brilliant
that.
story about biting. My brother. yeah. Honestly, my brother, who was my dad says he was the good one at school. He didn't do anything wrong and good grades and stuff. But the one thing he did wrong once, which always makes me laugh, is someone pissed him off once, so he just bit them.
I like to see this as quite a slow bite.
your brother,
Just as it just,
your brother bit
it just said,
someone.
Yeah,
I
almost-
don't like you. Nah.
But I
chomp.
do remember when I was like 7 years old, biting and pinching was my only form of like weaponry. So like that
I lost,
would be the way
I
that
lost
fight.
my guns at 3. So I had to use biting and pinching from then on out.
No, but I just remember that's all I used to do to my sister. It'd be a bite or a pinch.
I found tears in the fetal position were a good arsenal for me. Straight into the ball. Your words can't hurt me now.
But now you've levelled up and you can roll around with the ball like a terrifying juggernaut.
Oh,
But
dear.
collections, Tim, do you have a collection of things?
Well, you were talking about taking photos. This probably isn't something I should admit on air. Is that like I take lots of photos of like I'll do it on the webcam, but this isn't great radio. But of photos of where it looks like my neck's broken, because I can basically put my head flat to my shoulder. So,
By the way,
that.
anyone listening?
I take a lot of photos like that, which
But these
check
are
out on the
normal
webcam.
collections, right? Oh, I know what you mean, like a
Yeah, yeah.
collection.
Ow, that really hurt.
Okay.
Physical objects. I collect, it's probably quite boring, but guitar pedals.
Yeah,
That's
you've got
not
load.
boring at all.
I do have a lot, and mostly it's for the pretty colours and all the little bells and whistles they got in them. I just go in my room sometimes and flick some knobs up and down.
If you want to tell us your peculiar collection and
Tweet in.
yeah,
Nerve
tweet
Radio.
in, or you could text in on 07766404142. That's 07766404142.
And just start your text with Nerve Radio and your message. Brilliant. So yeah, normal like tangible collections of things. I don't.
I've got to because I was thinking about it today, just because I don't know how many shoes is too many shoes.
You've got some serious
2.
issues.
Oh, it's Joe's Porn of the Day.
Pun of the day. Pun of the day.
Anyway, carry on with your issues.
Yeah,
That's not a collection.
shoes
is
are
it?
pretty. Shoes are very pretty
They're not a
things.
collection when they're practical.
they-
I feel like a collection has to be a sort of irrational.
Oh no, I think it can be
I'd say
practical.
it's a collection if they're like shoes serve different purposes. Like I have a pair of Wellington
yeah.
boots, I have a pair of boots,
Yeah.
I have a pair of like slippers, I have
If
a
you
pair of trainers.
If you had 7 pairs of Wellingtons, 1 for each type of mud,
That would be a collection.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
I
collection.
have a serious issue with wellies. I don't know if I've told you, but
No, but this will be good. So.
basically, like, my dad told me this really horrible story. That
Oh.
He put his bare feet into wellies one day and totally squished a toad in the welly. And since then, I literally have to tap my wellies like 4 times on each one just to make sure there's no frogs.
You're more likely to
lurking.
find a nest of spiders in wellies than you are.
Thank you.
You know what I'm going to get you? I think you'd quite like it. I've seen, like, gummy see-through wellies that would offer you all the same protection.
I was just about to say, you know what would be cool? See-through wellies.
Or
Wouldn't
Crocs.
they?
I'll buy you some Crocs.
Yeah, I was about to say, we already have the future. You want to worry about spiders being inside your wellies? No more. Just get yourself a pair of Crocs.
Everything stays away from them.
No, but Crocs aren't good for puddles.
Even people.
Crocs aren't good for puddles, despite them living in rivers. They're not good for
Aye.
puddles.
It depends how
But it
fresh
doesn't
you want
matter.
your feet to be.
It, like Zach said, it just deters everything.
Yeah.
It deters all life and all
deters
matter.
humanity.
You just step along grass and it dies.
Oh, croc infested grass.
No, because they did this thing. I saw this a few years ago. A woman had made £1 million. That's why she was on TV. She had made her first million, just doing a privately owned business, just herself, making, you know, the holes in Crocs.
Yeah.
You can get badges for them, can't
Little
you?
tiny things that you put in, making them a solid shoe. And she made a living off of that because they had like little faces on them, little animals. Made a
Yeah,
million.
you could get like Pokemon on your Crocs, or you
yeah,
could get.
it was quite a beautiful story because she was a single
my
mother.
sister had one where you could get, you know, the Converse logo.
Yeah.
You could get that, but it didn't really work because she stuck it on the toe. it's the complete wrong place to
Look
put
at it! Look at my brand!
But talking about millionaires, have you heard? Well, this is ages ago now. But the youngest millionaire ever, I think, that didn't inherit the money, was 16 years old, and it was through a web designing company.
I imagine it was. Wouldn't it be someone like Willow Smith or somebody like that who is earning their own money, but is.
But to be honest, they've been established through like the connections of their parents. I love it when you hear stories about like a 16-year-old whose
Yeah.
parents have come from nothing and they've suddenly got this own like business.
They're all wearing Crocs.
I was going to say.
Coincidentally, the show today is sponsored by Crocs, so go out and buy a pair.
We're bringing them back.
Hate
Talking
life,
about
want to be alone? Get a pair of Crocs.
Need to clean your garage? Get a pair of Crocs. Destroy everything.
Going back to brands, we said about brands and Converse. I saw a really interesting poster. It's quite hippie in nature, but there's basically a list of loads of different brands and the logos, and then there was like pictures of like different types of leaves and trees, and it says name these next to the brand, and then name these next to the trees. I just found it really interesting how a lot of people can name brands, but yet so few can name like things that are through natural.
They did that on Super Size Me as well, didn't they?
Yeah,
They had
the
like
Jesus
pictures
thing.
of like presidents and Jesus, and the kids couldn't name them, but they could name Ronald McDonald and Wendy
It's just
and the
disgusting,
Colonel.
isn't it?
I
Well,
don't know,
Do
KFC's
you know
quite
what I found
delicious.
disgusting? I was in a shop the other day and I heard this little girl tasted a strawberry and she said, "Mummy, this tastes like those sweets." Do you not just think that's completely corrupted? The girl had tasted
I don't know
It
if
is
it's
sweets
corrupted, but that
corrupted.
voice is very scary, and I don't like that
Yeah,
voice
yeah.
at all. So that
I
kind
can
of.
do an even baby voice.
I don't know. I don't know if it's so much
give that baby
corrupted
sweets.
because you're almost talking about David Cameron's Broken Britain, and I don't know.
No, but it just worries me that a child would have eaten sweets
there's
before
so-
the
yeah,
actual
yeah, yeah.
fruit that
But
is
there's so
derived
many-
from.
To be fair, think about it. Ronald McDonald, despite pushing fast food on kids, pretty nice guy. Perhaps he is the 21st century's Jesus.
Oh, don't say
More
that.
people know who he is, I'd say, than President
So what is
Jesus.
Why is he brought?
Can
in?
I
All he
wait? Can I
preaches- all he preaches
clarify?
is be nice to each
Could
other.
I clarify before we create some sort of horrible uproar? We're not claiming Ronald McDonald is the second coming.
Me and Zach are. I'm with Zach on this one.
No, you're not, because that is touching things we can't touch.
He fed the masses with one Big Mac and a banana milkshake.
I have leprosy.
Oh God.
Eat this body. Eat my body. It is.
Does
this
that make the
McFlurry.
Hamburglar Judas?
Who's the Hamburglar?
Yeah, it works almost too well.
It's like you can compare Casino Royale to the Bible. Because he gets portrayed, it's got a lot to do with Christian iconography.
Ooh,
and
get
all
into
sorts of
film
stuff.
analysis.
No, I'm just saying, it's stuff I know. But I think it's about time for a song, and not only a song.
Simon, is it your favourite song today?
Oh,
Oh
Tim.
God.
Oh, it's actually
Tim.
the vaccines. I do really enjoy the vaccines.
It's Teenage Icon by the
Ooh.
Vaccines. So, enjoy.
This is Bournemouth Student Radio. Nerve.
When you've just woken up from a nap and had your milk, you turn drool on the floor, but you don't use your feet, but you can still wear Crocs!
Crocs. Crocs. Buy some Crocs.
Crocs.
Buy some Crocs
Crocs.
today.
They're for your feet.
What's a crocker? This is Afternoon Delight. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so what you've got to look forward to today?
No more adverts, hopefully.
I
Like
love
that
those
one.
anyway.
Yeah, no one likes to hear about Crocs.
Okay.
Ah.
We're going to play Rockbusters, a game that is not owned by us, by the Ricky Gervais Show. However, it's fun, and hopefully you'll enjoy it, and we don't take any
Credit for it.
responsibility for its creation. And we'll also be playing Zach's game, which is all ours. Don't steal it, don't take it, it's all ours.
I'm going to have a little word corner.
And
Tiny word corner.
Joanna's Tiny Word Corner. Okay, guys, so I don't know if you've noticed, but it's a horrible day today. It's a bit miserable.
Disgusting day.
It's a
Especially
bit
when you
grey.
bike. Biking's a beautiful thing, but as soon as the rain comes...
Pathetic fallacy. We're all feeling a little rough this morning.
Yeah.
So,
Doesn't help we were up at 4 a.m.
I'm fairly
Why
sure
were you
that the
up at
rain
4
felt bad because I felt bad. It came
would that
down
be
because
called?
I felt ill. Reverse pathetic fallacy, I think it would be.
no, that is pathetic fallacy.
Zach fallacy.
Pathetic fallacy is the weather reflecting you, not you reflecting the weather.
Ah. Tim's
Why were,
word
why
corner.
were you up at 4 a.m?
We were up at 4 a.m.
Talking about Aristotelian ethics. And,
Up until, or you woke up at?
up
No,
until-
no.
Oh.
up until-
I had a
It
little
was
nap.
it was from like midnight to 4 a.m. We were talking about
Yeah.
all sorts of.
Ethics and.
I didn't even take philosophy. I didn't know
Thought
what I was
experiments.
talking about.
I'm so glad I don't live with you.
Not
I
as
was
weird.
up until that time anyway.
I'm so glad you don't live with us either.
Oh, but
Yeah, my housemate had a big, well, not a big party. It was a quiet drink that somehow involved smashed glasses, wee on the floor, cushions
Oh,
left
dear.
outside. I don't know. It was just a bit crazy. And we have a beautiful house, and it's not
The
so
show
beautiful.
home.
Yeah.
But to be honest, when
this
I
is
go
like
back,
an appeal. If you're listening,
Clean
when I
up
go
your
back,
ass.
I'm sure it will be clean. She is really like
Joe
responsible.
just
She'll
needs
sort it out.
£5 a month to keep her nice home clean
Nice.
and free from urine.
her middle class, nice home, clean.
Joe only has 2 ensuites, but if one of them is covered in wee, she can only use one, or the downstairs toilet. To help poor Joanna, please donate.
5 Crocs.
Oh God.
If only she had a pair of Crocs to walk on the wee.
I would take pleasure from that.
Got it.
Yeah. No,
found
that
the
sounds
marketing
disgusting,
campaign.
and I'm so glad there's no wee on our
Afternoon
floors.
Delight, is there really any situation that Crocs can't handle?
I don't know. Probably not.
I don't think there is.
Puddles of wee.
Oh, first of all, we're not supported by Crocs. Second of
It'd be
all,
great if
Crocs
you were.
support us all.
They
yeah.
support your feet.
Yes, Joe. Yes.
Hey, I wear a pair of Crocs and I'm really lonely.
Oh, I love it though when you see like
Right,
parents
Stephen.
with matching Crocs with their little children.
Oh, you know what I really
Parents with
dislike?
Crocs
And-
is upsetting.
I like the idea of parents with matching children. And there are other kind of parents with just... Oh, no, that's depressing.
You know what I dislike? When there's 2 toddlers and they're both dressed exactly the same.
And one's a boy and a girl, and they're both in dresses. Yeah, I hated my childhood too, Simon.
No, but seriously, what's
That's been
sort
my
of
whole
parent-
childhood
Why would your parents want to inflict that?
with twins.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean.
No, to be honest, my parents were great. Like, they never dressed as the same. I was obviously always dressed in blue, as I now look like a boy. I think that's the cause. And Abby was always dressed in pink.
This is an interesting thing. It was up until a few hundred years ago. Actually, it's less than that. It's about 100 years ago. It was the boys who would be dressed in pink, and the girls who would be dressed in
closer
blue.
to red. It was
Yeah.
a man's. It was
Yeah.
a man's
a manly
that's
colour.
really interesting.
It was the time. It was the readdressing of what the Virgin Mary. She started wearing blue, and therefore it became feminine. But you think you guys had it bad? My mum dressed me up in the same clothes as kids I didn't even know.
Did any of you guys hate your school uniforms?
No, I
I
like
loved
mine.
it. I had a big fleece.
I campaigned for a better
What, your
one.
school uniform was a fleece?
We could buy fleeces.
What?
Like jumpers, fleeces,
Ours were
raincoats.
horrible. We had itchy little jumpers and ties.
We had that, and I campaigned for top and tails, and like just top hats, tails on a coat, little cane, monocle.
I wonder why-
actually
I wonder why that
it
didn't
would-
take off.
It would improve productivity because everyone would be
I
classy.
wish I met Zach as a child. Oh, I really wish I'd known you as a child.
No,
as
I can
hairy
tell
as
you-
he is now. But small.
I can tell you, Zach, as a child. Remember when you were young and there was the kid that walked in the top hat and had a monocle
Oh,
and a
yeah, I
waistcoat,
remember
and you
Eating
were, and you were like,
paste.
"Yeah, I don't want to know him."
We actually had a kid that brought a wicker basket to school.
He's brilliant.
That's not brilliant.
It is brilliant. Did you have a tie at primary school?
Coincidentally,
Did you do your
that kid
tie up, or
also
was it
wore
clip-on tie?
Crocs.
No, I did the tie up, but now I've forgotten and can't do ties.
You can't do ties up.
But he used to
I
do them when he
can,
was
I
in
can
primary
if I
school.
look it up, but I used to do it naturally. But basically, they put me off ties. They were little red ones. They were like nasty, and people used to grab them. If you were a particularly
Tie
nasty
ties.
child,
Yeah, ties.
ties.
Oh, tie-dye Fridays are the best.
What?
Where you pull someone's tie really tight and it chokes them on Friday.
That sounds like the best.
What, you only did it on Fridays?
Tie-dye Fridays?
We had a thing called pole treatment.
Oh
Where,
God, that doesn't sound happy.
where you'd basically somebody's legs would be a group of people would hold a leg each of a person, and then they would just pull them along the field
no.
really fast towards a lamppost or a tree, but one leg would go either side of the.
That is horrendous. Actually, we were on the top of a hill and someone wrapped someone totally in cling film and masking tape and just rolled them down. And it was like we were at the highest point of Birmingham in the West Midlands. We were at the highest point in the country. Just rolled them
It's
down.
not the highest point in the country. You don't.
Bar Beacon is like the Beacon Hill.
No, it isn't. Ben Nevis's.
No, in terms of like not a mountain. In terms of
So in terms of not a hill or not a mountain, we live at the highest point, which is
when you roll
zero.
By the way,
genuinely.
I'm at the highest point in the world right now, excluding mountains, surfaces, and
Buildings.
anything that isn't this studio.
no, but I just remember when it was like really bad torrential rain and all our teachers were like, "Don't worry, guys, we were at the highest point of the country."
Yeah, that's
Maybe
one
they
of-
just
yeah.
said that to reassure us and not.
That's
think
a
we were all
curious
gonna die.
thing. I come from Scunthorpe, and whenever you look at maps of the UK after global warming has flooded us out, that's one of the big cities left. So as soon as that comes in, I'm going to
Oh,
be cool again.
God.
I survived the big flood
Do
as
you?
well.
I'd
We're
prefer
gonna
to be in
rule
it
over the
rather than
amphibians.
Scunthorpe.
Oh, I was born in Scunthorpe.
You bought your Crocs, so you're prepared, right?
We won't need them. We'll have flippers.
Yeah, true.
Swim through the water.
But you see, I was
Thanks, Joe. Now we know.
global warming. I'm not an expert.
Global warming, did you
No,
say?
Simon, I
Global
think you are an expert.
warming.
Don't be modest. Don't be modest, Simon. I think you are an expert.
Oh,
don't
brilliant.
you have a doctorate in global warmingology?
Yeah, global warmology.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I did
I'm
actually
pretty sure you
do an
do.
environmental science course over one of the summers.
One
So-
of us.
Why?
Ooh.
Just because I'm really interested in it.
Oh,
Even though I might not necessarily believe everything in it, I think it's really important for people to.
But basically,
know about it.
global warming for me when I was a kid was more gas emissions, more water, you'll drown. That's what I learned, and that's what stuck with me.
We're
So-
all going to die.
That's one thing that I found really weird living in a house now. you are conscious of using
What,
lights.
global warming?
No, I am. I'm worried about no, not the global warming. The fact that I'm
flood is
paying
coming
for
any
lights.
minute.
We've started leading up the basement.
Is that why everything's gone crazy in your house? Some of the glasses are smashed and people are weed on the floor. They're scared of the apocalypse.
I keep telling everyone that it's going to happen.
Is that your punishment? If this keeps happening,
Joe,
you keep
come on
messing
in.
up our
Help yourself
house.
to some dips and chips. It's all going to end, you know.
Joe's just coming home with loads of canned fruit and canned sardines and moving them to her
Loads of
shelter.
spam and corned beef.
Yeah, and there's just
We need to be ready.
Yeah, there's just a sign saying maximum 4 people.
Apocalypse Joe is back.
I'd like to see
yeah.
that. Just if tidal waves come and you just run outside and cover all with Crocs and you're just safe.
No. She'd run out and just be going, I told you so, and this would be caught in the wave.
you so.
Oh, God. Well, yeah, upbeat topics, as usual. Apocalypse.
What were we talking about before? Oh, school uniforms.
Yes. Wow. How did we get there?
What do you mean? What will school uniforms be after global warming and we all die?
Crocs.
Apart-
It'll be Crocs. They're the
Crocs,
only
yeah,
thing
they'll-
that'll survive.
Bikinis.
They'll definitely have
Swimsuits.
Crocs
You'll have
then.
Crocs and cockroaches. That's it. That's
Crocs and
all you've got.
cockroaches. Oh, God.
Just sewn together into a rough, loincloth.
No, but I do find it really interesting to think what the world is going to be like in a few years. I know I'm getting all deep, but whatever we think is
So's the water.
whatever we think is the height of technology now, the most incredible things we can imagine now, are just going to be completely surpassed.
Didn't you on yesterday's show imagine a technology that could sift out Cocoa Pops and rice from plug holes?
I wouldn't put it past what we've got now, because technically the weight will be different, and technically they could scan. There's a lot of stuff we
Do
have.
an iodine test. Is it iodine?
This is quite a
What,
good.
to sift out
starch.
Cocoa Pops?
Yeah.
Oh
The
yeah.
amount of starch.
Something we were meant to talk about on yesterday's show, height of technology. I haven't read about it, but one of my friends was telling me about it. A man's developed a hydrogen fuel cell in which he's driven across the entire width of America on a pint of water, because that's how efficient the hydrogen fuel cell is.
So the car was moving naturally in a.
Yeah, moving fine, but it crossed like 2,000 miles on a pint of water. And if you think how much petrol you need to burn, in
Yeah,
order to,
and I bet in that he
But-
drank more than that. He was
Now-
less
yeah,
efficient than that car.
he was less efficient than
Now
the car.
I've heard, and I'm sure you're going to shoot this down, but I'm pretty certain this is true. Arnold Schwarzenegger, for a lot of money, it wasn't cheap, has a car that runs on water. I don't know if it's efficient, and I don't know how much water it takes.
Wait. When you say runs on water, because it's you, I've got to make sure. Do you mean it's powered by water,
Or it's actually
can
travelling
drive
on
on the sea? Because I wouldn't put either of them past you.
I wouldn't put either
Or
of them
Arnold
past on.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
But no, runs on water, can move across land using water to fuel.
Okay.
But it's incredibly inefficient, and no one could have it
Well, they
except
do,
him
they
because
do
it's so
exist.
expensive.
Hydrogen fuel cells do exist, and they can power
And
cars. The problem is
California
that
would have
they're
been the
not-
place where they'd have been invented as well.
yeah,
So as
exactly.
the governor,
Well,
he
But the-
people aren't
probably
willing
would.
to
As the
make that
governor, he
change.
just waltzed in and said, Does that-
Hello.
So what? But why is he driving around on the sea? Why is he getting around that way? If he's governor of the
yeah.
he's not governor of the fish.
he's trying to advance. He's a bit,
goldfish
his
gone
goal
with
is
his
the
time.
world. His goal is the
Citizens of
world.
California to take over the fish lands.
Follow me. Just
Oh,
drives
God,
out
Everyone,
the
else,
water.
everyone
the
else's
Californ-
cars just sink.
Just all just diving off a
We
cliff.
will follow you on into our doom.
I like the idea they're all standing on the beach, all these A-list Californian celebrities. So John Travolta's there with his bubble wrap because he's got a bit of OCD, and Johnny
Hang
Depp's.
on. What do you mean he's got?
No,
Yeah,
he's
where is this
obsessed
coming
with
from?
cleaning,
Is
so
he
he's wrapped in bubble wrap. He doesn't want any germs to.
Wow.
Oh, is
I don't
he
think he
really?
does that, but that's what I'm assuming.
Well, that
Anyway.
would float quite nicely.
Yeah, he'd
So-
do well.
And protect him from shark attack.
And
Would
then.
it?
No.
Eddie Murphy's got like one of those inflatable rings.
Yeah. and Arnold's just like, go! And they all just, that's when it gets boring. Okay, guys, so let's talk about, because we're moving on to technology, something almost topical, the iPhone. What is new about the iPhone 5?
It's slightly bigger.
To be honest, I can't keep up with it anyway. I've got an Alcatel.
I thought you were going to say you have an
Is that like a
alcohol
condition?
problem.
Yeah, I was gonna, it sounds a
I've
bit
got a
like
severe Alcatel, and
I
I just
can't
don't know
tell
what's
you.
up with technology.
it's on my
anymore.
back. It's like a little.
Yeah, I can't keep up with technology. I don't even know how to use an iPhone ever.
Yeah,
Like,
it
no,
is.
I don't know how to use
It does get further and further complicated. For example, the Nerve Studio desk, which I regularly fault with. However,
I don't
We
think
just
that
need a
it's
Simon
complicated, I
too.
just don't think you know how to.
we need an upgrade
Yeah.
from Simon.
A Simon too.
Yeah.
No, we can't have two of them.
Oh,
Anyway.
No, it's an upgrade.
Yeah, we throw
Oh,
him
it's not
out.
great.
We take
okay.
Yeah,
the old
I'd
As long as
be
we can recycle
disposed
the
of.
old one.
Yeah.
I'd be recycled.
Good.
Stop
We'll send it to Enviro, Simon.
So, Enviro.
Send in your old Simon and get.
We'll fix you, Simon.
No, but I like. Have you seen the Envirophone adverts where the little phone pops out? If that's a living and breathing thing, it's just been stuck in an envelope for the past 2 hours. That must be terrifying.
Yeah, it would be.
I don't know.
What?
Well, I don't.
Okay.
No, but with the iPhone 5, what is new about it?
Zaki's right. He genuinely has no idea what it's like to be on a live phone stuck in an envelope.
I could probably guess if you want me to.
Our technology expert Zach's on the case.
So, today, kids, rocket boots. What's the deal? Not a lot. Again, I don't know.
Just not sure.
With the iPhone 5, though, what? Just the screen's bigger.
No, it's faster.
It's got a photo
really
thing where you basically just sweep it across and it takes a
the
big
panorama,
panorama.
and it's really, really thin now.
It's got.
Like, you can't see it from
It's
the
weird
side.
how phones have gone from really fat, like bricks, to very tiny. You know, like the Motorola, like
Yeah,
slight, like
the
ones.
Razr.
The Razr, sorry. And
Or
then now
Razzle.
they've gone massive again.
Well, the
That
whole
Samsung
point of that
one's
was
huge.
it's a touch screen, and
Yeah.
it's because it's the same thing with women's fashion in shoes. 1 year heels will be in, and then it'll be lower heels, and then it'll be bigger
It'll be
heels
platforms
again.
like
If you
creepers.
keep rotating it, it's the man getting you down again, Joe.
You know a
Making
lot
buy
about
every
women's
thing.
shoes, don't you, Zach?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Like I said, when I was a kid.
We had odd school uniforms.
So yeah, I'm not sure because first of all, I don't even have the money for an iPhone 5. But if I did, even if I'd get one, because
I don't think I'd use it to the
yeah,
potential
it's almost
meant to be.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
come on, it's got Siri. I know Siri isn't perfect.
What's
all I
Siri?
know about
Siri.
Siri is that I spent an hour in a pub shouting at it with my friends, and that's the last time it was
What
used
is
by my
Siri?
That was the
was
last
on-
time Simon was allowed in that pub. Look at
What
that
is
boy
Siri?
screaming at the table.
What is Siri?
Siri is where you
It's a
touch
little
the phone
person.
and it can do.
It's like a
the
little
things in
person that
phone
lives
for
in
you.
the phone.
So you don't have to
that-
press.
that
the-
you ask.
It's
things.
not.
Yeah.
It's
A little
yeah.
human
Okay,
that
then that's
inhabits the
better.
phone.
There's a little man in the box. That technology is
Anyway.
wicked, isn't it?
Incredible.
I feel like a song. Who else feels like a
You
song?
feel
Do you
like a
feel like a
song?
song?
No, I feel like a
I
human.
feel like a
song?
mountain.
I feel like your favourite song.
Oh, you know anything could happen with Ellie Goulding. Okay, and run.
And maybe it will.
This is Bournemouth Student Radio. Nerve.
Hello.
Welcome
Back.
to
Afternoon.
Delight.
That.
Was
Orsons.
with
Bright
song.
idea.
Yeah.
Awesome! And with another bright idea, here's Simon Schneider.
Oh boy. Well, you built me up.
You got a tough act to follow, kid. Get out there and stage and shake your moneymaker.
You were going to carry on about iPhone 5.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about how ruddy, insane it is, and how many
Beautiful as well.
yeah whistles and bloody buttons and things it has. It's a bit intimidating, isn't it?
Much like, as I would put it, you're out on the town in the evening and you've had a few martinis and you're feeling quite nice and
You're in your tux.
you're in your tux and
You're looking flash.
then lo and behold, what's in front of you? A sexy lady.
Voiced by Joanna Poulton.
Hello.
Oh, well, hello there. Do you want a drink?
I don't drink.
Oh, okay.
I eat frozen drinks.
Right, that's not making any sense. But that's it.
Oh God.
But anyway, yeah, you.
That's why you don't
So,
go to
barman
revive.
comes in.
The great
Hello.
the great conversation carries on going, and somehow miraculously, you manage to get her home for coffee.
With that voice. No.
All solid frozen coffee.
I don't drink coffee. I eat
Once again, this isn't helping.
I don't eat
Make
drink
the point.
coffee. I drink eat coffee.
You've met a sexy lady who won't talk about any of her diet.
That
A
is true,
sexy
though.
lady who won't help with the bit that we've already prearranged before the song.
Do you drink or eat a slush puppy?
Well, you drink it and then you eat the end because you can't suck it through
I
the straw.
just retain it.
But I must admit, when I go onto an iPhone, it kind of reminds me of going into my BU, and I'm just like overwhelmed.
Oh, yeah, that's something.
with something.
Who else is a bit irked by the new internet system?
I quite like it.
It might not be that it doesn't
they changed
work.
the wireless, so basically it doesn't work.
Yeah, it might not be that
Oh.
it doesn't work. It's just that I don't understand it. But
Yeah,
it's
normally
not
the case.
intuitive. I have no idea what's going on with that.
You know what this sounds like to me?
What?
Sounds a bit like Skynet. I think the machines are taking over. We can't use
iPhone
them.
5s.
They're getting more powerful. They're going to kill us all.
I
Yes,
know,
anyway,
but-
back to the point that we were making that
Oh, yeah,
just
yeah.
went
Sorry.
nowhere. We need to kind of
Yeah, the
got it back to
intimidating
coffee.
iPhone 5.
I'll be the lady for the sake of
Okay.
making the point now.
I'll be the gentleman.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
right,
God.
so you've invited back to coffee, and then you make the proposition.
So, lady.
I don't think you can handle me. I've got so many complex buttons and things to press. You can't handle all my
I think I'll be okay. I used Sexy Lady 4.
No, you can't. I've got a swipey panorama feature
You've
now.
got what?
You take me to the bedroom and you just won't know what to do with me.
I could learn. I could read a book. I could read books on Sexy Lady 5.
Basically, she's a very intimidating woman that you'd have
Yeah,
no
that's-
idea what to
Yeah,
do.
the
No, that
You
is
just
how I
start
feel with the
pressing
iPhone
buttons
5.
yeah.
Well, that's how I feel with the all of it.
Apparently,
eye stuff.
they use a diamond to like cut the side of it. You know, to make it really smooth. Apparently, they use like diamond cutters.
Oh,
No,
wow.
Yeah,
a
they
cutter
do.
that is a diamond. But well, I've done a lot
What
of
diamond
research.
cutters? What
I've done-
miners?
But my
Impoverished workers in Africa.
no, my housemate Charlotte's done so much research into the diamond trade because she's working on something that like she's just made me hate all
What,
things
a diamond mine?
No, I thought diamond robbery.
No, I hate all things diamond now.
Really?
I genuinely thought then you were like, Charlotte's been working on a lot of diamond-related things. She's been doing a lot of research, so she's going out to Africa because she feels like she's onto a moneymaker there. She's just
No.
going to set up her own mine.
It's honestly one of the most corrupt. Well, all the industries are corrupt anyway.
Oh,
We'll carry
here
on.
we go, the corporations.
All
Has
the
anyone got an
industries are
acoustic?
corrupt.
We'll sing some protest songs. Let them hear you in
Maybe I should have
Washington.
maybe I should have my own hippie hour.
Yeah,
So-
maybe.
An hour?
Yeah, an hour's a bit long.
No, just 'cause it sounds like happy hour.
Fair enough.
Okay, I see.
But
How about the hippie 2.5 minutes?
That's too long even.
no, but the most sort of corrupt thing in terms of, well, it's not industry or corporation, but the most corrupt thing I've ever seen is I watch a lot of Derren Brown shows because I think he's a genius, and one of them was about this almost cult, almost religion, and it was a bunch of people, and I've forgotten the name, and I'm sorry, listeners, you might have to go look it up if you want more information. It was about a bunch of guys who would convince not only disabled people, but also people who were more impressionable, that they could heal them and that they could
Oh, yes, I
almost
saw that one.
inherit superpowers
Yes, I
through
saw it.
practicing a very dodgy
It was just.
stuff.
It was just.
Yeah, it was.
Just
I thought it was.
codswallop, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
basically?
horrible. And then Derren Brown corners sort of the. Okay, I need to explain a bit. In this magical city cult, the guys say there's levels here. You're only level 1 at the minute, but if you waste
Pay a
enough
load of
money and
money.
spend enough time here, you could raise up. And the main guy who invented it just so happens to be the highest level. It just sounds so bloody weird. And Derren Brown corners him and says, "Okay, well, I'm going to do a trick on you with your intense superpowers of sort of what, because they were apparently more observant or whatever. You'll be able to figure this out." And then the guy kicks off and he says it's against everything he does, and it was just really sort of pathetic and, like we said, horribly. What was the word?
Corrupt.
Corrupt.
We
Yeah.
were- going back to the iPhone and inventions.
Hmm.
I was just thinking about like all the potential inventions in the world that
Yeah,
could
yeah.
come. Like
What's-
I don't think we'll ever have wires again in the future. Wires will be no longer. No more.
Maybe. There is a charge you can get for a phone where you stick it in the wall and you just have to have the
Yeah,
phone
wa-
in the wall,
wa-
room and it
wireless
charges.
charging,
I
Yeah.
think that's incredible, and I really don't understand how that would work.
It's basically, you know how this is going to be a bit boring, but electric toothbrushes, the charging cradles, they don't actually have. There's no wires that touch, and that's because they get wet. You'd electrocute yourself. So what they do is there's a little bit. The cradle that you stand it on has a little basically magnet that creates an electric field. The toothbrush charges from the electric field. It's the same with the phone. It's just a much bigger electric field, but it uses a lot of power to do it. So you couldn't have it as a student because it would eat up your
Drain
electric.
of
It's the
It's like having
similar
a tumble dry.
It's
it
a
would
similar principle, though. It's quite an interesting thing that they have in some Buddhist temples, where it's a Zen question: can you lift the Buddha twice? And nobody can successfully lift the Buddha twice. Once you lift it the
What
first
do you mean the
time,
Buddha?
it's just a
The
huge
statue.
Buddha statue
Yeah.
on a pedestal, and you can't lift the Buddha twice because the first time you lift it and put it down, that motion of being set down again activates a magnet, and then the magnet will just suck it together.
Yeah, I've heard of this.
I told you it. 'Cause I thought
No,
it was
I
cool.
saw it on a House episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
Oh, so it's just it is
impossible.
just cheating with a magnet.
Yeah,
It sounds like cheating, doesn't it? I mean, we know about it, so surely the people that practice this religion must know about
Yes.
it by now. So
yeah.
how?
Well, the point isn't that.
That
it's
you can't
cheating
lift it. It's
someone.
almost a philosophical question.
Yeah, it's
like
a Zen question.
When,
There's no answer. It's
could
like when a
God
tree-
invent something, a force that he can control?
No,
or
it's
something?
a rock that he couldn't lift.
Yeah.
And in Dubrovnik in Croatia, there's like a small ledge on this wall that you've got to try and run up and stand on. And the ledge is like perfectly made so that your feet really can't stand on it properly. It's really interesting. You go there and just loads of people are in a queue trying to run onto this ledge on the wall.
Really?
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Ronald McDonald has a challenge where he says that you can't eat 67 Big Macs stuffed with
What,
stuffed
in-
with
in the
chicken
Muck
sandwiches.
religion?
Yeah, in Muck religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you eat them all, you get to replace the purple guy as his right-hand man.
Who's
the
the purple
Hamburglar.
guy?
No, that's the bad guy.
No,
What's the
the-
No, you get-
Grimace.
you get-
Grimace. That's who you get to replace.
You get to replace the burger with eyes and feet.
Mayor
no
McCheese.
hands and arms.
Mayor McCheese.
Is that? I didn't realise you know.
You
all
get
the
to become
characters.
the mayor of burgers, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, neither do I. And I think McDonald's is almost overriding the conversation too much.
Should we play a game?
Ooh, we
Yeah.
can play Rockbusters.
Yeah, it's about time for Rockbusters. Okay, so I'll explain Rockbusters first. And for this, Joe, you're going to need to go on the other side of the desk.
Ooh.
Yeah.
To the dark side.
Okay.
Welcome.
So what happens? What happens in this game is that I'm going to think of a band name that will be on the myriad, so you'll probably hear them soon. That has something I can create a cryptic message
And we
through.
just have to guess the band.
Yeah, you have to guess the band through that. And if it's too difficult, it passes over and I reveal it. If it's too easy, well, then you get a point, mister.
Somebody could tweet in.
Oh, yeah,
If we
by
can't-
all means.
If we can't get it.
By all means, involve yourself through @ Radio on the Twitter, or text in using 0776041. No, 0776660. Wait, 07766404142. That's 07766404142.
What was
Yeah,
that again?
I'm getting a bit tired.
It was a valiant effort.
Yeah.
In fairness.
Okay. Oh, this is a good one. All right. Today seems a bit less.
Oh, this is.
Wait.
This is part of the game.
Oh, I do love preparation.
Today is limier than usual.
Green Day.
Yeah.
That
Did you get
was
it?
Awful.
Well, that's okay. What's wrong with that?
That was awful.
Can I say one? Can I do one for you?
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We live by the sea, but there isn't much wildlife or sort of marine life down there, and I don't know. There's not like when you go abroad, there tends to be a lot of more marine life because they all inhabit this great massive rock.
Is this an indie band?
Sort of, but it's not too indie that you wouldn't get it.
So.
And when I'm in my lonely room, sometimes like I just
Beach Boys.
The coral.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, here's an all right one. Okay. That.
I've got all of them so far. So.
Yeah. That insect looks Scottish.
What?
That insect looks Scottish. When you know the band, it should make sense.
Scottish beetle.
Spider.
The Beatles.
No.
That's Liverpudlian.
Spiders aren't insects, Tim.
Okay.
Oh, that is just the pedantry of biologists. I'm sorry. But,
Like you.
yeah.
Okay. This particular
Scottish
insect,
insect.
right, just flies around and lands on a lot of poos.
Scottish fly.
Yeah.
What, is that the answer?
No.
That's not a band.
I was gonna
Yes,
say.
it is. You'll kick yourself when it happens.
The Foo Fighters.
No. Okay, give up.
They're
Yeah.
all flying guitar-
McFly.
Oh. They're too old.
Ah.
They're not that old.
They're too old.
I
And
love
what are they
McFly.
named after?
They're named after the guy from that film that I don't know.
Okay, can I have one? Can I have one? When you have to get onto the university computer systems, you often have to press like 3 keys, and like
Alt J, is it?
yeah.
That's awful. That's awful.
Dang it.
Okay.
Do the next band before we put them on.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I like
do the
that.
next band before we play them. Play that funky music.
I know, we won't answer them. People can tweet in, they'll know what's
We'll
what's
answer at the
coming up
end
after
when we
our
know it.
chit-chatter.
Okay, cool. He's fast and he's quite small.
King Charles.
Nope.
Danger Mouse.
He's fast and he's quite small. If you know the song, you know the answer.
Speedy Gonzales.
I'll see you soon.
God help me. I'm down on my knees. Help me. This is Bournemouth Student Radio. Nerve.
That was.
That was
Welcome.
Titchy Strider, and that was just Monsters of Men.
Yeah, Little Talks of Monsters and Men, the last song we were dancing a bit. And then before that, hopefully you guessed, Tinchy Strider.
Do the clue again. Just so they can
Oh,
get
well,
you
the
to
clue
use.
was he's small and he's fast.
Striding
He's
has
small
nothing
and
to
he
do with
walks.
speed.
No.
True,
No.
true, but
Could've
the
gone for
longer
Lord of the
Also,
Rings
strides.
best
reference.
runners often have the widest strides.
Widest strides. Just squatting down the track, are they?
Like a gravel.
Consolation joke. Well, you know what they say. The
Wide-
best frog in the pond is always the one with the shortest arms but the longest legs. Well, you know what they say about Scotsmen.
Oh,
The
God.
shortest kilt, the biggest heart. I don't know why you there's no relation between the two. There's no.
I'm just thinking of a short kilt, and that's just a guy in a short skirt.
No, it's a mini skirt,
It's a mini kilt.
and it's got a lot of honour behind it.
Okay.
Yeah, what if their family tartan they just didn't make enough?
Yeah.
Rather than just have a few
What if they
people
went
have
through
kilts,
hard
you,
times?
you just have shorter kilts for everybody.
What if they went through a
Yeah,
kilt
but
famine?
It's like
You
the,
clearly
as
haven't
you
thought this
know,
through.
Scots don't wear boxers.
No, they wear. What? All right, here's a
If
question.
they're
then.
that short, the sporran will cover whatever needs to be covered
That's
anyway.
true.
So
The sporran.
That's the thing, the little,
little-
knife pouch
I was
in
about
the
to say,
front.
I was about to say the little sack. It's a little bag
Give us
hangs,
the suck.
hangs in front of the kilt.
Sack, bag, pouch, whatever you want to call them.
It still relates.
Like
Zach, you
Yeah.
had an idea during
Yeah,
the songs, didn't you?
Why come, right? When you burp, you cover your mouth, but when you fart, you don't cover your bum.
Because it'd be too obvious. Because people like to sneaky fart. Can you imagine? You just see someone cup their bum, be like, oh, it's coming.
Yeah,
Yeah, have you guys heard of cupcakes?
you're announcing that you have farted.
Well,
too.
Yeah, but you can get. Sometimes you just go.
What do you mean? That was
You just
Well,
you
that
make
was-
bad
that doesn't
noise.
work
I
on
know.
radio.
I'm
That doesn't
sorry.
work
I
on
didn't
radio.
realise.
You mean when
Sometimes
you
you make
burp
this
and you cover
noise,
your mouth
yeah.
and it's,
It's silent.
discreet.
Hmm.
Yes. But have you guys heard of cupcakes? This is horrible.
Tell
Yeah, I
me.
know what a
Oh,
cupcake is.
you cup a fart and then you put it in someone's mouth.
Yeah.
I still don't get how that
I think
works.
it's
really.
disgusting.
I think it's amazing that we can catch farticles, which are fart particles.
Particle. I hate
Farticle sounds like the
farticles.
name of an ice lolly. Farticles.
Can I just tell you
They
that
don't
Tim-
taste very good.
Tim released his farticles on me yesterday in the studio.
I did.
I had to leave the
I'll
studio.
admit it.
Oh god, yeah. The farticles in the
She gave
studio
a farticle
yesterday.
lolly, but she didn't. Once again, she didn't.
They don't taste very good.
No, it's
Fartic. Eat farticles. They don't taste very good.
Is that a new advert?
Oh dear.
Eat them with Crocs to have no friends.
What would you do if one day, right?
A man who wears, you know what they say, a man who wears Crocs
Never
and eats
needs socks.
and eats farticles will live alone.
What were you going to say, Simon?
What would you do if, like, 10 years from now, when we no longer do this show because we've decided it's a waste of time and it's not very good, we
Well,
find
the fact that
out.
we just
Is,
graduated.
is this when you're no longer doing the show but living under the desk?
Yes, yes.
I'm stapled to the
No,
ceiling.
I'm a radio host.
I'm a real radio host.
I am radio.
In 10 years' time, what's going to happen?
What if all the inventions we've had in this little room, all the mad, silly ideas, started happening? How would you react? What if we saw...
A Rice and Rice Krispie converter. Like, weigher.
I think I'd probably be more comfortable in the world, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, it'd make more sense to me because it's stuff I've already talked about. I'd
Yeah,
understand
we've
the
already made
processes.
sense of it.
Yeah.
That's true. But I'm just
sorry,
trying
is
to
that not
think
funny?
what technology... Oh, it's just technology baffles me.
I
and the
did think-
advancements.
I did think Simon said that when he was like, what are we going to do when all the technology is invented? What are we going to do when there's just all the technology?
All the science guys are going to sit there playing Xbox, getting fat.
There really is technology behind everything, though. Even just like a pen.
Yeah.
There's so much technology behind a pen.
You can't
And it's
forget
been
it.
through so many redrafting processes just to get us to a
Well,
standard biro.
The kind of one of the things about biro is it was developed, but partly NASA has a lot to do with a lot of inventions. They're responsible for the MRI scanner, also responsible for certain types of ballpoint pens because NASA.
Did you see that
deve-
YouTube video with
No,
NASA?
hang on. NASA developed like a million, like they've put millions in developing a pen that worked in space during the space race.
No, this isn't true.
It is. They did develop inks that work in zero gravity. Not necessarily the bit about Russia taking a pencil,
Yeah.
but
that wouldn't work, is the thing.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
Because the nib would snap off, and although the sharpening would be fun, yeah.
no, it wouldn't, because all it is pressure on a paper, isn't it?
Ah, that's true, yeah.
Yeah. So take a pencil to space. Don't take a pen.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
quite
intending
cool,
on going to space anytime soon.
Why?
But any budding astronauts
That's-
Oh no,
out there.
Virgin have
That's
just
the thing,
opened their
yeah.
spaceport. They've just
They've
finished
just
building
opened
the
it.
I
space.
can't
Horrible.
imagine it's cheap.
What is
It
it?
doesn't need to be
It's like
cheap.
an airport where they haven't built the planes yet, but
They haven't gone to
They've
the moon
got the
and
airport,
built the landing
but
place either.
Virgin they've been talking about it for years, doing flights up into space
Yeah,
and back.
Stephen Hawking's been to
Yeah.
space with them, hasn't he?
No,
So,
he
do
did
they-
zero G. No, he did zero G.
Oh,
Do they
right.
actually have a destination or is it just space?
Just you fly around in space and come back. But
Sounds pretty
but
cool.
Richard Branson's doing that. So
Yeah.
why don't you want to go to space, Simon?
I'm not planning to, is what I meant. However, if I had the opportunity,
I suppose we're not polluting our ozone, so I wouldn't feel too bad about it.
You are on the way up.
On the way up, but once we're out there, we're just ruining the whole universe, so that's fine.
No, it's not.
Why is it fine to ruin the universe but not Earth? But
No, I'm completely wrong. Basically,
we need to ruin one planet at a time.
we've got to
Yeah.
ruin something, so
May as well be Mars. Mars will attack one day.
I'd like to go to
You're
the
adamant.
moon. I'd like to go to the moon.
Yeah, I
Why?
think everyone would.
This is the thing about
I'd like
going to
to-
space. I want to go, but I don't know what's there.
Can you imagine what the view from the moon of the Earth is?
have
though?
you not seen that video? There's a video of there's one of the, it's like one of the 5th or 6th missions to the moon. But there's a guy on with a camera and he's filming Earth and he just puts his hand in front of the camera, and Earth's just gone. And it's genuinely one of the most beautiful bits of photography that there's ever been. You really need to dig it out and watch it. It's
Wait.
absolutely-
I don't really understand.
He
He
stood
put
on
his hand in front of the camera, and then when he took his hand away, the Earth was gone.
Yeah.
So it was a giant on the
vanished.
moon who destroyed the Earth, which was tiny.
He just flicked it off.
Oh
Just-
my god! And is that why we're spinning so fast?
Yes, it is.
Wow! This Big Bang stuff's a load of rubbish.
Yep, science
Moon
with
giants.
afternoon delight.
I can totally understand why people used to think the Earth was flat, though. Like totally. Like I don't think that's irrational.
Well, they didn't think it for that long, is the thing. They thought that it was round. They knew it was round for a lot longer than people give them credit for.
Yeah, but then think of all that time before when no one really cared what the Earth was like. They were just living to survive.
Yeah.
I like the idea it was a bit like chicken. Because no, let
Because,
me
yeah,
finish.
With the,
let
with
me
the
finish.
explorers, I know what
Yeah,
you
yeah,
mean.
yeah. With the explorers, there is an end. This is flat. If we keep going, we're gonna fall off.
So let's all try and get to the edge of the Earth
Yeah,
and
and then
go
come
off
back.
and die.
No, let's go as far as we can. Come
Chicken the
back
game,
and tell
sorry.
stories.
Oh, I
Chicken
thought
the
you meant
game.
chickens. I was like,
That's what I was.
what are
really
people
confused
doing
about.
trying to get to the edge of the Earth
Oh,
with
no, no.
chickens?
So
And they try-
chicken the game when you're running
Yeah,
across
yeah, yeah.
the road.
Well, the
Or a train
chicken
track.
chicken isn't necessarily that.
you do
Chicken is
something
how
as
far
big,
can you
yeah.
go with something dangerous before you draw back. And the further you go, you know, the more accomplished you are because
And
you,
these-
How
had,
do
yeah.
you, how
you
do you
were
know you're not
daring
going
enough.
towards the centre?
Huh?
How do you not know you're going towards the centre?
Chicken is not a game for intellectuals.
No.
You just go.
And also, I'd imagine they assumed they were the centre.
Go on, Tarquin. Go on. I am. I'm going. I'm doing it. Go on. Get a bit closer. I am. I'm not scared. Go on. You're a chicken, you are. Go to the edge of the Earth. I am. I'm not scared about it, all right? I'm going explorer. Shut up.
Do you ever think there will be a moment in time when we can have a tunnel through the Earth to get to Australia really quickly?
No.
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 No,
you
no.
imagine just
I
sliding down,
admire.
but then-
Do you know how
Yeah.
long that would take?
You'd be propelled to about 10,000 miles an hour.
Yes,
because of
yes,
the
but
immense
I
gravity.
admire
And
the
you'd be-
hope.
And then when
and
you
you'd
came out the other
you'd
end,
be
you'd just
crushed.
spin back round
You'd be
and
crushed.
die.
You'd be just crushed and killed.
But the
What?
might.
Because of the gravity.
No, no.
Yeah.
And the
In
temperature as
the
well.
in the whole lifespan of the world, this might actually be possible.
No, because if we constructed that, the world would probably
It would leak.
collapse.
It would
Yeah.
leak.
It would
and
leak.
Just break. So if you want to break the Earth, that's
Oh,
fine.
yeah, I
just so
really
you can
wanna
have a
break
good
the Earth.
slide. Good slide
It wouldn't be a
about.
slide though. It would be like a really, really fast slide.
Do you guys
but suddenly
remember in
you've got to crawl
Recess?
up
Do you
to
guys
Australia.
remember in Recess when the two digging ones, pretty much every episode,
Doug and Digger Dave?
Yeah, dug to the end of the world.
Oh my god! I entered a competition on digging it for that. How?
Oh, I
What, to
love
dig,
digging
dig
it.
to the centre of the Earth.
Yeah, no, on digging it, they on every Sunday they had like a question like before recess, like win a TV.
Oh, I thought you said they were doing a competition where. Well
Yeah.
done, you've won a competition. Here's a shovel. Dig
Dig
to
to the-
China. Okay.
We'll give you some cheese sandwiches to keep you going.
I used to love digging.
Those are probably
That
one
is
of
an
the-
awful competition. I can't think
yeah.
of a much worse competition that involves, your prize is manual labour to complete an impossible feat.
No, but those are things that I feel. I look through very rose-tinted glasses. I'm very nostalgic about Fox Kids, Digging It, and the one with Ant and Dec and Cat Dealey before they became.
SMTV Live.
No, I
yeah.
love Noah's
So,
Ark.
I really thought you were going to say fox killing when you started off with fox killing.
I'm
I was
really
nostalgic
nostalgic.
of my
Fox
time
hunting,
as a
what happened
hunter.
to that, eh?
I'm Kid Simon. Now I'm going to shoot this fox. That was how it went in my head.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I used to love Noah's Ark. You know the one with the
Oisky
polar bear.
boisky.
Boisky, boisky.
I don't remember.
They had
that
like
one.
it had a
Oh,
little
it's brilliant.
mouse, elephant mouse.
What
with a
was the
big
one with that
Brilliant.
the kid who wore the green shirt, Doug or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was rubbish.
Yeah, it was.
What is it? Arthur Arnold.
Oh yeah.
What was Arthur?
An aardvark.
He wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
didn't look
Aardvarks do have long face.
Like,
I know,
Aardvarks
he
have
looked like a bit like a rabbit.
No,
No,
because
Buster
that was
looked like a
Oh,
rabbit.
Buster
Buster
Baxter.
Rabbit.
Oh,
Buster Baxter.
Yeah,
That's a
such a
good
good name.
Buster Baxter.
Buster Baxter.
Buster Baxter.
Oh,
Yeah, what
Dexter's
was-
Laboratory.
what
Now
was
that was a
Arthur?
good one.
Fairly Odd Parents, Fairy Godparents was good.
I remember when
Fairly
I
Odd
was,
Parents, Fairy God Parents, Parents, Very Odd was a good show.
I remember when I was
Oh,
younger.
Parents Very
I was still watching cartoons when I was like 10, a reasonable age, right?
Zach still is watching cartoons.
Yeah.
I'm,
watched
I'm
cartoons.
writing my own cartoon, so
Yeah. But what I used to think is, at what point do I need to have to watch the news? At what point am I too old for cartoons? I can't watch them
I
anymore.
remember this. I had
and
this
I've got to
conflict
watch
as
the
well.
news.
And I remember when I had this conflict was when my cousin was staying over, who was about 2 years younger than me. I think I must have been about 5 or 6 at the time. And he came in and said, "Come on, we're watching the news." And I said, to my eternal shame, "No, Teletubbies is still on. You're going to have to wait."
What 3-year-old is coming in and going, "Come along, Zachary, now it's time to put on the 6
A
o'clock."
really weird
And what
one.
world are you living in where Teletubbies and the news are on at the same time?
The morning.
He probably had the video.
Oh, of course, yeah.
No, but
Come along, Zachary. Just sipping his espresso.
when I was 10,
Through his baby cup.
Let's see
You've
what's
got to
go-
get to school and I've got to get to nap time.
Oh,
when I
this
was 10
tiresome earth I live upon. I detest nap time. No, mother, I'm not going to sleep this time. Oh,
I have taxes to do.
curse you in this comfy cot.
I guess I will
I
then.
do know what you mean, but I don't know whether it's healthy to let a child watch the news
Day
under
two.
the age of
Well,
10.
no, it depends how you feel about their innocence.
I think
know,
baby
but,
should
like-
watch baby news.
Yeah,
baby news?
that is.
The news today, milk is up 2%. No!
Oh, curses, this is going to wreak havoc on the economy.
My
Mother, we're reverting
change
back
my
to
stock
breast.
portfolio.
That's sort of like Stewie from. Is it Stewie?
You're not,
Yeah,
you're not bottle feeding me anymore. We're going back to breast. I'm not paying those prices.
We're going back to the breast kind of milk.
When I was
Breast
10,
milk,
when I
yes,
was 10, I
breast
honestly
milk.
thought everyone 12 and above only watched documentaries in the news. I
Really?
thought that was all there was left. You can't watch Dexter's Laboratory. No Fairly Odd
What, your eyes
Parents.
just
No
couldn't see
colour.
it.
No, just walking past someone's house and then they're just the police there and they just go, is that guy watching? Is he watching Simpsons?
Oh my god.
He's watching Simpsons.
You know what? I found a really disturbing video, a family video the other day. That sounds really bad, but we were basically doing our homework, and my dad came in with the camera and went, "Kids, Simpsons is on. Forget your homework." And then we'd all run into the living room and then watch Simpsons.
Why would he film that like several times? Because the way you said it was like he filmed this every single day.
No. It was like I know it sounded like that, but it was the one
Every
time.
week
but
he'd send it to You've Been Framed and they just reply, "It's not funny, we're sorry."
This isn't a prank or an accident. This is just kids getting up.
It's a long-term prank. Their education will be ruined. You don't understand. I'm sending them in every week, so in 60 years you can see the results.
no, but it was really weird. Like, he, literally encouraged us to watch.
Yeah, my dad
Simpsons.
encouraged me to watch The Simpsons.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
it's...
I
Simpsons
think it's
is
because it's quite
mind-boggling.
adult humour.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's more adult humour.
I think it dawned on me when I was no longer a kid is when I started enjoying University Challenge because my parents would always have it on and I'd just I once knew the answer to one question, which
And
was
you
Thomas.
feel like a god.
I felt like a god, and I still tell this story now. It was like I was 5 years old and I knew an answer on University Challenge, but now I actually enjoy watching the show. And although I find it enjoyable, it's now clear that I'm an adult because
same
no
with Countdown.
child. Yeah, Countdown. That's
Countdown
a great
used to
program.
signify to me the time when I had to sit in my childminder's house and eat while she watched Countdown, and I hated it because I just wanted to eat in silence and enjoy my meal. But
I thought you were going to say, I
Oh,
just
it's not
wanted
even
to
like you wanted to watch a cartoon. You just did like this. Dum 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 dum
I just
dum
hate
dum
Countdown.
dum.
Well, it puts a lot of pressure on a
stop
child.
it!
It
Throws all your beans
Puts a
on
lot
the
of
floor.
pressure on your
Yeah,
beans
you're
eating.
eating,
It's
you're
like,
like,
gotta get it all in before it runs. No.
But now I enjoy Countdown.
I wasn't brought up in a University Challenge house. No one in my family watches University
Zach was just
Challenge.
watching earthquakes with a baby. Just what's going on in various different world
No,
disasters.
Zach was watching the clock channel just all the time.
The time is, get ready, 10:34. Yes!
Okay, I think it's about time. I don't care if you do or don't. Word corner. Joanna, take it away.
Well, basically, I was like thinking the other day. I often do that too much, but the word obvious and the word oblivious, they're so similar in like phonetic and spelling and how they look, even how they sound, but they're literally almost total opposites in their meaning. I just thought that was really interesting, and I would like to research into how that came about.
like preview and review.
But they're to do with affixes.
And
suffixes,
oddly,
aren't
here's
they?
quite a good one like that.
What is an
Man
obvi
and woman.
obli?
Obli, but it's the difference
It's the
in
vius is the
Ob-
actual word. The
Yeah.
obli and the obvi is the prefix, isn't it?
obvi. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
There you go. and
But
those are just
Zach,
two
no,
little
Zach
words
had a
here.
good point. Woman and man.
Woman and man. A lot of feminists have a big issue with the word woman.
And I can see why.
Yeah, you can see why until you do the research. Because woman doesn't actually derive from man. Woman is a much older word. That was actually, it was like wymene and things like that.
Wymene,
But it
come
was
over here,
never.
I was about to say,
Wymene.
why don't we just call them one dollar?
Yeah, exactly. But
$1.
originally, there was no similarity between the words man and woman when you trace them back far enough. It's just a really strange coincidence, and we probably did it for convenience's sake.
Yeah.
That they do sound
Well, it's
similar
like a lot
today.
of Portuguese words sound similar, like good morning, good night, boa noite, and boa noite. And yeah.
And a lot of Zackish words are very similar like that.
No,
like
no,
scrunch
and,
and scrunch.
The only time it's ever been detrimental to have woman and woman, despite what feminists say, it's just when serfs are talking. Whoa, man!
Whoa, man.
Whoa, man!
Whoa.
Check out that! Whoa, man!
Whoa.
Whoa, man!
But
Wow.
another one in Portuguese is grandfather and grandmother. It's
How do you know so much Portuguese?
It's
I'm a
mum's
quarter Portuguese.
Ah.
No lie.
It's the same in Italian though, bambina and
Yeah.
bambina.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah.
Why are our words? Well, I guess a lot of our words are similar.
It's to do with
Still.
feminine and masculine in
And
like
ciao
Portuguese and
and
Spanish
ciao.
and French.
Ciao and
Ciao.
ciao. Ciao is just.
Yeah.
Just hello, hello.
And aloha.
Oh, wow.
We've
That's what it
been
is.
over favourite words.
Hello, aloha.
We've been
Hello.
over favourite words. What about least favourite words?
I quite hate the word irksome and Simon.
I like the word irksome. It's a clever word. It's
How is it
good.
clever? What has it ever done?
But no one ever uses it.
That doesn't make,
Doesn't
it,
make
clever.
it clever.
No one ever eats poo, Simon.
No,
True.
But they do enjoy the great taste of farticles.
Articles.
I know this is really bad, but I just hate the word banter.
Yeah,
I do.
I see that.
I do.
Tim's got a
don't
very-
get me
It's
I
not
dislike.
Just say what you heard the other day walking around university.
Oh, I don't know if it was a fresher. They seemed bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, so I assumed they were a fresher. They
Or
probably
they just had a shower, which is often that
yeah, they just washed, which is something I'm not used to,
Yeah.
of course. So, but what did they say? They went, it's just like you've gotta
Take the band.
take the
and
no,
be the ream.
Yeah, take the bants and be the ream.
Do you think they were
I don't-
mocking themselves?
No,
in a way?
no,
Being
it was
serious.
And
it
that was
said-
intentional
It
advice.
seems sincere.
Well,
yeah.
this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
an appeal to the person
I hope
who
he's-
received that advice. I hope you're listening.
don't
please
be a
don't follow it.
psychologist.
Don't take the bants. Give the bants back. When life gives you bants, don't make bants aid. Get out of there.
Just a psychologist later on in life.
It's
Well, I'll tell you. Look. In my professional opinion, we've talked through all your issues today.
Yes,
and
doctor.
You've just got to,
Take
take
the
the bants and be the ream.
Yeah. Thank you so much for helping me. Like,
What does that even mean? I don't even know what ream is.
Just tell about some
Oh, and by the way,
do you
can we just say, afternoon delight, if ream's a bad word, we're sorry and we don't mean it, and in its context today...
To me, it's a bad word.
Yeah, it's a
bad word.
its context today. It's just a bad word,
can you
as
remember when
opposed
the
to
word-
a naughty
you
one.
remember the word dank was quite big? Oh, that's
No.
dank.
I remember,
No.
yeah, back
Well-
in like the 13th century, describing cellars and such.
Yeah. But no, that's what I mean. Like, people about 2 years ago would use it as a really great thing. Like, oh, you're well dank, as in you're really
Brethren
fit.
as well
But
was another one.
I like
Dank-
that. That was quite
dank
cool.
actually means a moist and damp
Yeah.
cavern
Oh,
almost.
there's
or
my
place.
least favourite word, moist, because I don't think it has a nice
Moist.
application.
Moist.
No,
yeah,
a
true.
moist peach is lovely.
I don't like it when people say lol. I don't
Moist
like
peach.
it when people
Moist
verbalise
peach.
lol.
Some people verbalise a lot of initialisms.
Oh, I don't like it.
What do you
So-
mean?
In terms
when-
of lol,
I've heard someone
mayo.
in real life say
YOLO.
lol.
YOLO.
YOLO.
Exactly.
Lolo.
YOLO's one of-
Lolo? What's Lolo?
No, it's just that they sound so silly when they say it. It's just like lolo. Yeah.
YOLO's quite bad. On my
Live
word
only,
list.
live only.
Just live.
You only live once. That we've always known
Yep,
that.
yep, good, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
well done.
I know.
And I don't
Yeah.
think it really instills the greatest way that you should live your life. You only live once. Like, it's just basically telling them to drink loads and take the bants.
and
Be
take the badge and be
Do
the
the ream.
some rap, I've forgotten who it is. Once again, look it up if you're interested. Said before people said YOLO, did they think they would live more than once?
Yeah, I did.
I
see
mean,
that.
it's-
Yeah, everyone was just believed in reincarnation.
Right, should we play Zach's game soon?
Let's play a couple songs, Joe,
Ooh.
and then maybe we'll play Zach's game.
Yolt, you only live thrice.
You only
Okay.
listen to one song
What is it for cats?
or two.
That's you only listen to one song or two. So that's YOLO.
Okay.
Yolot. Yolot.
Your
Yolt.
lot.
Yolt.
Here's your lot for today.
Yoltot.
Starting with We No Speak Americano by Yolanda B. Cool and D-Cup.
Simon's favourite.
Yep. And then Killer. No, I think the song's called Killer. And it's by Phaser. How inspired. But it's my favourite. Let's go.
This is Bournemouth Student Radio. Nerve.
Did you miss Afternoon Delight? I know I did.
I certainly did as well.
I didn't.
Yeah. Just a
I'm
thing.
joking.
We missed you though, Joe.
Thanks.
Okay, so, Zach, we have a game. Do you want to tell us the name of the game?
The name is Zach. And
Zach-
the
Zach's
game is Zach.
Okay, well, that sounds mighty interesting. Let's roll.
Okay, basically, the rules of the game are as follows. I will ask you a very, very easy question, but you get no points for answering it correctly. You get a maximum of 5 points for the best incorrect answer, and then you have to justify it for a maximum of a further 5 points. To start off, we have Joe, who will be answering the question, why is the sky blue?
Okay. So there's a small town in Yorkshire called Goxhill. It's more of a village, really. But
I know it.
every day on the 23rd of April, there's this massive infestation of clockensan.
What's a clockensan?
Clockensan is a type of insect that it looks like a tarantula, but really it is a fish.
Is this real?
So much conviction.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Just keep
No,
going,
it's a
keep going, don't
tarantula,
interrupt her.
but it's
You gotta
like a
let her do
fish.
this.
The tarantula lives in ponds, and basically every year on this day, the 23rd of April, the Lockensun comes out of ponds, crawls into your bedrooms, and people sort of en masse, get golf clubs, and then you hit these Glockensuns with the golf clubs.
I've heard golf is
no,
popular
it's true.
there.
And
Yeah.
in Goxhill, it's a massive thing. It's tradition. And basically, the particles of blood, because the Glockenspiel has blue blood, then emit into the air and fill the sky, and that's how the sky is blue.
You're going to give me night terrors.
What on earth was that?
Very good.
I liked it.
I'll
Fish spiders?
I'm gonna have a hard time tallying these points.
Anyway,
the sky is made of blood. One question. What does the blood land on?
it doesn't. It just
It's
splat-
just
It
floating.
just sprays into the air, and it's a really type of strange particle that once it comes into contact with
Is it
outside
a
of the
farticle?
Glockenspiel, it's almost like a farticle, but it doesn't smell. It actually tastes really good as well. But it floats into.
That's why they have windows on planes, so you can stick your head out and just get a taste.
Of the Glockenslan blood. But yeah, basically, once it comes into contact with air, it just turns into a total vapour and goes straight up.
Right. All right then. Well,
Sounds
can I just
legitimate
say,
to me.
I'm just left really not sure what to think about anything now. That's really scary.
I'll factor that into the points. Don't
Okay.
worry.
Yeah, all right. The terror it's inflicted on the two
I'm
other
not sure.
contestants.
I'm
It's like a
not
game of
sure
intimidation.
how much of that was true. I hope it was lots. But yeah. Now it's Tim's turn.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna.
No, say the question again.
Okay, yeah.
Question to you, Tim, is why is the sky blue?
Okay, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to. I normally answer these in the form of a play, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you two if I could get some background chit chatter kind of noise, just like if you step away from the mics and just kind of.
You want to step away from the mic to make chit chat noise?
just-
That's not chit chat.
That's not chit chat noise.
That's
So.
a locust in a desert.
Hi there. Hi. Oh, hello to you. Oh, it's really nice to see you again. Can I get you a drink?
Yes, of course you can. Yeah. So you can stop the chit chat now. They've got the scene.
So I can buy you a drink?
Yes, if you want. Yes.
Oh, your eyes are really nice. They're such a lovely colour.
Oh, thank you. They're blue.
Oh, that's really nice. They're the same colour as the sky. It makes me feel so warm inside.
Oh, thank you.
Do you know why the sky is blue?
No, I don't.
I've got an iPhone 5. We should ask Siri. Should we ask Siri?
Yes, fine. Go on then. When's this drink coming?
Soon, I promise. Soon. Do you like milk?
Yes, love it.
Siri? Yes! Siri? Yes! Why is the sky blue? Crocs. No, Siri, why is the sky blue? Crocs. You asked, what is your favourite shoe? Crocs. No, Siri, why is the sky blue? Farticles. Blue, Siri, blue. Croc farticles.
I haven't got anything else beyond
Okay, done.
Right. Okay then. So your answer to why is the sky blue
that. Siri doesn't
was
know.
Crocs.
Croc farticles.
I think that's the most wrong you could possibly be. Your justification wasn't great, but we'll tally up the score and see how you did.
Okay.
Simon,
Okay.
why is the sky blue?
Have you ever seen a blue Skittle? No, I know you haven't,
I
because
have.
they don't do them.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
They did them in the 90s.
They do them in
Not anymore.
Yeah, they do them in several different versions.
All right, why
now.
don't they do them anymore?
As
Have
you
you ever been to
remember,
Skittle World?
as you remember, in the 90s, there was no sky.
Anyway, we always interrupt Simon at Simon's
Yeah, you do. And
Yeah, you're right, Sam. We always interrupt you, and I'm really sorry about that. So we'll stop interrupting now, and you can have as much time as you want, not taken up by me talking, to do your go.
okay,
Okay,
brilliant.
you happy with that? Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's wonderful.
Simon,
Yep,
good luck.
thank you.
Good. Yeah, good luck, Simon.
Yeah,
Good, great.
Joe,
Good luck.
Joe, say good luck as
Joe,
well.
say good luck.
Good luck, Simon.
Thank you.
Simon, you really are a really good radio host, okay? And I just wish you the best of luck on this game, okay?
I have an idea. I want to finish it.
All right, okay.
Okay, so also after the 90s, after that decade, Skittles coined a new new slogan: "Taste the rainbow." Familiar with it?
Yes.
Now, when Skittles then created rainbows, to go along with the slogan, it was just in the sky and it was just hanging there. No, it wasn't in the sky. It was just in the air and it was just hanging there, and it looked like it needed something more. And then they figured they'd have to create the sky, almost a blank canvas for the rainbow to hold on. So they did that, and because there are no blue Skittles and you haven't seen them and I don't believe you, they turned it blue.
What about clouds?
No white Skittles either.
Clouds are the leftover bits from the old blank canvas.
We were around
Yeah,
Skittles,
yeah.
everybody. Team effort.
Good game, everyone. Have we got time for another 2 songs while I tally up the scores and then we'll come
Yeah.
back and leave?
I
Let's
like
play one
songs.
song.
I love them, I do.
Perhaps it's your
One
favourite.
more song. Play one more song, then we can have.
Yep.
Yes, and it's Swimming Pools by
Kendrick
Lamar.
Lamar.
Stay tuned for the scores.
Simon's favourite.
Woo!
Bournemouth Student Radio. Nerve.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back.
How you
Hiya.
doing?
How you
all
upset?
right?
Oh, yeah, I see you there looking at the
Yeah.
radio. You right? Yeah. Okay.
Looking at the radio.
We're looking out at you. You don't think radio's a...
We're inside that
Yeah.
little box looking at you.
Yep. It's just you getting this station.
I dare you to break it open and look for us.
Come find us. Go on.
Actually, don't break it open because then you won't be able to listen.
Yeah, we don't take responsibility for
Yeah, for any broken
Yes.
radios at all.
you believe
Okay,
in pixies,
I believe in
then-
the last segment we played a game. Did we play a game, Zach? What's the name of that game?
The name of the game
Was Zach's game.
is Zach, and the name of me is Zach.
Let's give a roundup on what we Zach, give a summation of what we did to answer the question, and then break down the points.
All right then, we'll start with you, Tim.
The
because
question was.
Yeah, the question was, why is the sky blue? And the objective of the game was to get the most wrong answer and then justify it the best. You sadly came third.
As I didn't answer the question
With
or
a point.
come
Well,
up
you
with a
did. You
justification.
came up with a fantastic answer to the question, which was Crocs farticles. Which is fantastic. It's 5 out of 5 for wrong answer, but you didn't justify it at all. So you only got 1 for that.
Okay.
You just said Siri, and that was the end of it. So you only
No,
got 6.
I didn't say Siri. I was having a
It wasn't a
conversation
very
with Siri.
serious answer.
Oh, Joe, I might take a point away from you,
don't
and you don't want me to.
Can I have it?
It won't make any difference.
Okay.
Bug on.
In second place, it's Simon Schneider. Yeah. It was a very close call, I've got to say.
Oh.
Oh, really?
I was going
You
to make
like
it,
a bit of creepy,
I
don't
was
you?
going to make it a draw between you two, but I thought that yours was very, very good, but you're blaming the corporation. I expect that from her. It could have been crazier as a wrong answer, but it was very good, and you didn't know about the blue Skittles, so I had to give you 7 out of 10.
Oh, that's quite good.
And Joe, you got 8 because I don't want to lose to you. I don't want to say you lose in case you're going to come to my bed at night and just throw blue blood spider fish on me.
I don't know the name of them anymore.
Yeah.
Clock
Crunk, 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 crunk.
Doggles.
Clockstand.
It was terrifying, and you win for it.
Yeah,
Thanks,
you win,
man.
sure.
Your prize is, yeah.
Purely on scaring the rest of the
This
contestants.
is the first thing I've ever won.
But yeah, round of applause for Joe.
Well, FM's been fun, hasn't it?
Yeah.
No one
I
picked
see
up
what
on
you
that
did
pun.
there, and I'm going to ignore it. Yeah, FM's coming to an end. If you're listening to us in your car or in a radio device
Or
in the gym, we'll move on to that. We're sorry, we're going to be gone. I'm sure you won't miss us, but maybe if you're interested, you could look us up on YouTube.
Or
We're there.
Facebook.
Or Facebook.
Yeah. It's quite
Afternoon
hard
Delight.
to find us on Facebook, I must admit.
Yeah, and it's hard to find us on Facebook.
it's hard to find us in real life.
Yeah.
We're very
we
small.
just lurk.
But I'm sure if you try hard enough, Afternoon Delight.
What's everyone's thoughts on the 2 shows we've done then? No, the 3 shows, but one of which had
Yeah,
imposters
was not us.
posting as.
Well,
I
I
don't
think
think any of us have declined in insanity over the summer, which is
No.
good to know.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I think
I
the
feel
peak,
like I've gotten better.
maybe.
No.
Not
You just
certain.
go blah blah blah.
Not certain, Zach.
Hmm.
But I think it's been enjoyable. I've
Honestly
liked it.
enjoyable.
I've
enjoyed
liked
I had a
it,
really
especially
good
this
time.
episode.
Yeah.
I've had a
Episode-
bit of fun.
I do think though it's because we haven't got any other commitments at the moment, so this is our life.
Maybe.
I did when I woke up this morning, I felt like I was going to work,
Oh,
which is why I had to get some Dairy Dunkers to cheer me up.
but it was fun work.
It was good, yeah. Yeah.
And if you're listening on the Nerve website, we'll be here Thursday 3 to 5, probably unless the timetable changes. And
Changes.
and then face the Nerve.
Afternoon's Lawton Radio.
Don't wanna be original.
Buy some Crocs. Buy some Crocs today.
Particles don't taste nice, but buy them anyway.
Yeah.
on that
And you can go
note-
on the Nerve website to find that, listen live, all of that stuff. We were talking about
The gym.
the gym
Yeah.
because it is BU's gym open weekend, 22nd, 23rd, and it's ending today, and it's a bit of a miserable day for exercise, but you know, come on, you're going to get fit,
Yeah.
and that's why,
Come on, you fat.
guy,
Yeah.
and
Or
that's
possibly
why,
woman.
in case you're listening, we're going to shout a couple minutes of inspirational, morale-boosting stuff just before we end the show. So run, and drop that donut. Less calories.
Go on, you
Less
can do it.
calories.
Yeah, go.
I don't think you should have eaten that donut.
Can I just say that the 23 is my lucky number, and the 23rd has been a blessed day, and I hope you all feel the same.
Oh,
And I hope you all get six-packs on all parts of your body from working out so good.
yeah. Anything we need to leave the freshers, because it's Freshers FM.
Oh, can I leave 2 words of advice?
Yes.
Take photos.
I have one bit of advice.
Yes.
A day may come for all of you freshers where the waters rise around your ankles and you will face great challenges. But remember this: breast milk is always the best milk.
And Crocs will sustain you.
Good night and good luck from Afternoon Delight.
God bless.
This is creepy. See you later.
Bye, FM.
Bye.
Online at nerfmedia.org.uk. This is Bournemouth Student Radio.
Thank you for listening to Afternoon Delight. Would you like to listen again?
No, something else.
You have been forwarded to Bernard Welts.
No,
Hello.
no,
This is Bernard Welts. How are you?
no.